What's up guys, my name's Sopsy and welcome back to another FIFA 21 video. Today we're going to be talking about this Fofana objective, how to get this done way quicker and how to save yourself some time by combining them with the Reiner objective in the Managerial Masterpiece mode. So hopefully I'll be able to talk you through some tips and tricks and a team that I've got pre-built with some of the best players to use to get all the objectives done at the same time. And let's jump straight into the objectives. So to start with, you are going to need to do some simple stuff. Score 4 goals using French players. You're also going to need to assist 2 with the 78 Fofana that you get given. You will also need to do win 3 matches, the minimum of 4 French players. Again, all of these can be done in squad battles or play a friend. My only tip would be save yourself 1 game by playing a silver Fofana if you have him in that first game on squad battles to get the 4 French goals. Then you are going to need to concede no more than 1 goal in 4 separate matches with the 78 overall Fofana. And then you need to score 3 goals with the 82, and then that's when it starts getting into the assist 4 goals with the Managerial Masterpiece mode. So the 82 that they give you is actually a CDM rather than a centre-back card, so you could play that one in cam if you need to, if you want to convert him to a centre mid, or you can obviously switch him in game to cam, and that might help you get the assists a little bit better and score the goals with him as well. In terms of assisting them and using that in the Managerial Masterpiece mode to get to the 84, that will be something I'll talk about when we can go into the team and switch it around. After that, you're going to need to assist in 6 separate matches in the Managerial Masterpiece mode with the 82 Fofana to get the 84, and then the grind begins, because once you've got the 84 you need to win 6 games. You need to score 8 goals using Premier League players in the Managerial Masterpiece mode with the 84 Fofana in your lineup, and then you also need to assist 3 goals using the Future Stars Fofana, which will be a little bit more difficult, but you might be able to sort that out by messaging someone that you're playing against and saying, hey, do you want to do the assists? That's always a good way to get these done. Other than that, you can obviously just move that centre back card further forward and try and do it that way. And then also you need to score in 16 separate matches using French players, and that's going to be something that's a little bit more difficult. You also need to obviously have Fofana in your starting lineup. So overall, 25 games, bit of a grind again, but you can combine some of these objectives with Reiner. I already made a video on Reiner before Fofana was released, and you can check that out if you need some tips on Reiner and a team to use. But if you want to combine them at the same time, then we're going to jump straight into the squad that I've built, and hopefully that will show you a quicker way to get both these objectives done at the same time. So as you will see on the screen, guys, this is using the 84 Fofana, so this is for the bulk of it, and then we'll jump into another team for the shorter bit with the 82 Fofana in there. But in terms of the longevity and needing to get the 16 games with French players scoring, this is the team that I am potentially running, and some other options as well for you as to how to run it. So if you're happy with playing Reiner off chem, there is a different version of this team which I'll switch to in a second. But essentially this is the lineup. As you can see, 77 rated, 100 chemistry team. On the bench you've got yourself some subs here. We've got Traore, we've got Easy for those Premier League goals. We've also got Claude Maurice and Nkudu, who are both just fast French players that you can bring on to try and get the French goal to make sure that you get that done. You can also, of course, move yourself Saint-Maximin up top as another option when you bring on one of the wingers. So that's just something that I considered as part of this, and obviously you've got the chance of Fofana scoring from corners. This team is a very, very sweaty Premier League team for this mode. And of course you've got the 85 Reiner in there as well to be using to get the objectives done. The interchangeable players here really are Rafinha and Jesus. If you're happy playing Reiner on a 7 chem situation, then of course Jesus being 83, you could swap him for Lacazette's regular card at 83, and I'll demonstrate with the 85, which is obviously going to push the rating a little bit over to the 78 mark. But obviously, so if you're using the 83 Lacazette, or if you want to use the 85 Lacazette, you can downgrade the team slightly, but he will get a strong link from Saint-Maximin, so he'll be on 10 chem, and then Reiner will be on 7. So in order to use that, you can obviously opt for Bernard and swap him to the right-hand side. He'll obviously be on 6 or 7 chem then, but you'll still have Reiner, you'll still have Lacazette at 85, and you can still use that as the team setup instead, and it still reaches the rating requirement. As you can see in the top corner, we're back down to a 77 with this squad. So I am using Chris Wilder here to get some more chemistry. That's the main thing that I'm doing. He's a Bundesliga one as I've converted him, and he's also English, so he links a couple of the Premier League players to more chem. But essentially this team I think is a very good method to do it with. You'll be able to get your French Premier League goals at the same time, and you'll also be able to get those goals and assists with Reiner up top at the same time, so that should save you a whole bunch of time by completing both objectives at the same time, with Fofana and Reiner both being in your starting lineup. Obviously Cucurella a little bit more difficult because he's in squad battles instead, but if they release a further squad battles one later this week, then you can probably combine those two as well. I will however now show you guys an option that you can use with the 82 Fofana just before you get into the 84 and having to do the full grind. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, guys, this is the team with the 82 Fofana. I have opted for Eric Bailly, mainly because I think he's one of the better centre-backs. He fits the meta of having a reasonably good pace, good defending, good physicals, alongside Tomori in there. He's a reasonably good option. You can also opt for a fullback in there. You can go for Reece James instead. He's another option with good pace. But essentially, the only tip I would have really here is, in terms of using Fofana to get the goals and the assists, is that you would want to switch to a system where you put him either in cam, and then you could also bring on Fernandez in CDM instead. So if you had him in the bench instead of, say, Traore, you could always swap the two, swap out Pereira once you're in game, swap Fofana into the cam role, or alternatively you could just go to a 4-4-2 flat, and that will give you equal opportunities between both of your centre mids to get the assists and goals that you need with Fofana in the other matches. So hopefully that helps you out. Again, also interchangeable. If you don't want Lacazette, or if you want the regular Lacazette, then you can upgrade to Rafinha on the right hand side if you go to that 83 rating, and it will keep you within budget for the 77 overall. So it's all interchangeable, it's all very easy to do. A lot of these players should be widely available and not really price locked. So hopefully those tips help you out, and that you can get both grinds done at the same time for Reiner and Fofana and save yourself a whole bunch of time. If you like the video, guys, please leave a like. If you want to subscribe to me, you can. Make sure you check me out on the socials below, especially TikTok. My name's Soapsy, and I'll see you guys later.